The Great Lockdown. That's how the International Monetary Fund is describing the current state of the global economy, which it warned is on track for its sharpest downturn in nearly a century. And for the first time since the global depression, it says all advanced, emerging, and developing countries are going to enter recession. Our Hyo-sun with more.
The global economy is expected to shrink 3% this year as the international community fights the COVID-19 pandemic. That's according to the IMF, which explained Tuesday that this will be the steepest downturn since the Great Depression of the 1930s.
So now, under the assumption that the pandemic and required containment peaks in the second quarter in most countries in the world and then recedes in the second half of this year, we are projecting global growth in 2020 to fall to minus 3%. Now, this is a downgrade of 6.3 percentage points from January 2020, a major revision over a very short period of time. This makes the Great Lockdown the worst recession since the Great Depression and far worse than the global financial crises.
The IMF also explained that the cumulative loss of global GDP from the pandemic over the course of 2020 and 2021 could amount to $9 trillion, greater than the economies of Japan and Germany combined. Describing the current situation as, quote, the Great Lockdown, the IMF added that both developed and developing countries will face economic difficulties.
So for the first time since the Great Depression, both advanced economies and emerging and developing economies are in recession. For 2020, growth in advanced economies is projected at minus 6%. Emerging market and developing economies, which typically have normal growth levels well above advanced economies, are also projected to have negative growth of minus 1% and minus 2.2% if you exclude China.
The IMF also slashed South Korea's economic outlook for this year to minus 1.2% after an initial prediction of 2% growth last October. The organization expects the global economy to rebound in 2021 with 5.8% growth, but it acknowledges that prospects for next year are clouded by uncertainty as of now. Hyo-sun, Arirang News.